Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program Destiny, where we're going for all the achievements and 64 systems of Dyson Spheres here in 2022. Though I don't think it's going to take much of 2022. We've got a good plan. We're rolling out spheres. Things are moving forward, and I think overall the achievements are coming along nicely as well. And I think it's all good. I think it's all good myself. So in this particular case, it looks like I got a little bit of a technical issue here with the live session thing, but I can easily fix that. That just requires me to go like this, and then we'll transition to this. There we go. Hey, sometimes sometimes you have technical difficulties. We'll call it that. And so, of course, for today, what are we doing? Well, we got a couple of achievements to knock out, and we got a black hole to go visit. We also want to drop a Dyson Sphere and get a supply planet started. Just a few things. One or two things. It's perfectly fine. So in this case, we are here, out here at my favorite pause screen, which of course allows us to pause time in the game, and we are here in the Maximus system. So let's unclose that, and of course here in the Maximus system, things are kind of bee buzzing around, because that's what they do. They bee buzz, and the planet always looks cool. I mean, it's just, the save's got a couple hundred hours on it now. I mean, to see it still working like the way it does is really cool. It is really cool. Of course, if we go to the bigger picture, so we'll zoom out here just a little bit. Oh, that's probably a little too far of a zoom. In honor of live chatters, of course, I've started renaming some of the systems. Of course, Alan has a system, of course. He's taking care of yellow signs for me. Jonathan is where all my foundations and was the original planets system that I took care of. Jonathan, of course, big contributor on the Icarus streams. The Taco system, he's handling my blue science. And Noko. Now, Noko currently is handling all my acid needs. But his system's about to become even more famous momentarily. Of course, Red Science is being handled up there in the Kara system. I haven't renamed that system because I kind of like the semi-Klingon name that it has. I'm kind of sticking with that. And there are other systems out here. If you notice, there's a few other names poking around out here that are not renamed. Those are default names. They will have their views. We'll talk about these ones here towards the end of the stream. But they'll show up in videos. Of course, videos will be coming along, and you'll see these in videos as these different systems are being tackled. But today, what are we on to today? Well, today we have, like I said, a couple of things to do. One, there is a black hole way over here, and we want to visit it. For a couple of reasons. And at the same time, we have to get started on this supply planet. Now, we have lots of we're actually doing pretty good for Dyson Spheres, right? So like we have a Dyson Sphere there. The Taco system has a Dyson Sphere. Let's see. I don't know if Jonathan has a Dyson Sphere yet. Yeah, Jonathan has a Dyson Sphere. He's good to go. I know Noko doesn't, because we're giving him one today. Alan does. Alan has a Dyson Sphere. Yeah, he's got a Dyson Sphere to go. The Kara system has a Dyson Sphere. You betcha. It's got a Dyson Sphere. It's doing things. How many of that? 5? Maybe, some spheres. Again, we'll talk about those ones way out there. We'll talk about them towards the end of the stream. Of course, Maximus has a Dyson Sphere. But today, of course, what are we doing? We are going off to the Noko system. Now, the reason we're going off to the Noko system is because, hey, you know what? We need another Dyson Sphere, and I need a supply planet. And it turns out the Noko system actually is pretty decent system. overall. Let me zoom back out here for a second, and we'll actually zoom into this system. Now, I have not actually tapped into this system yet, so it has no Dyson Sphere. The only thing it does is gives me a bunch of acid from the volcanic ash planet, and it also gives me a bunch of organic crystal from this satellite out here, and that's fine, right? I mean, it's hanging out. It's cool, but today we got much more use for that, so we got to do that. But before we go, let's get an achievement in, huh? I like it when we get an achievement. So, boop, one achievement. Hey, burn, baby, burn. Yeah, you betcha. We have now burnt all the different fuel types in the game, and that includes the consumption of one accumulator. Yeah, so now I can put this fuel back in here because I had to let the fuel run out so I could run through all the different fuel types. But with burn baby burn now done, we can now actually head off to the NOCO system. Should I take stuff with me? I probably should. You probably should, Max, because you actually got to take a lot of stuff. I don't know if you're actually going to need some of them solar panels or not. Are you going to try and boot this strap with a sun or not? Do you got any suns on you? No, you don't have any suns on you because you've been using them on other projects. Okay. What's it going to take to make a sun? Or 3. So, well, that's not too hard, I don't think. So let's run over here for a second. We can probably get, 100 circuits out of this. Yeah, sure. What else do we got? We can probably get, let's see. I can run down the circular round things. Yes, they would be up here. We'll pick some of them up on the way over here for a second, then we'll double back, and we'll craft a few suns as we head to the NOCO system. And, we'll have a look at what we're doing there today when we get there. Whoa, easy now. Yeah, I need 100 of these, I think. Is that what we need? I don't know. I better look. 10. If we're going to make 5, I need 50 of them. Oh, okay. Well, then that's not too hard, I guess. I got 12,600. Do you think I can get 50 out of this? Yes, I can. Look at that. I can get 50 right there. Look at that. So now let's fly back. We'll pick up a few space parts. Yep, down this way. Because you got to have a few space parts kicking around. Like a few engines and a few other things. But space parts are always important. Space parts. Yep, this will do. Again, gee whiz, my memory is really bad this afternoon. 20 and 20. So that would be 100 and 100. Well, that shouldn't actually be too tough. Give me 100 of that. And we'll just walk right over here and give me 100 of this. There, can I have 5 suns now? Yes, I can, according to this. Look at that, 5 suns. All done. So with that, now let's head off to the NOCO system because we gotta drop a Dyson Sphere. We then got to begin building the supply planet, and then we got to do the black hole, and we gotta make a few stops around there as well. Alan NOCO, there we go. There it is. Okay. So with that, we'll do a little bit of zip with the guns and zoom, off we go. So in this case, as I have gone through some of my logs and I get out a few more names, I'll be renaming a few more of the systems for those who participate and chat and hang out and chit chat with me and entertain myself while doing things, I guess. I have to name a system for Aaron, and I have to name a system for a couple others. Maybe I want to slow down here because I don't really know which planet I want. Okay, I know that doesn't make sense, but it does to me because, I think is this the first planet I want? This is not the first planet I want. This is the second planet we want. But you know what? Let's make a stop here because we actually got to make a couple of stops here in the NOCO system. This is where we're going to be building. So the NOCO 2 is going to be where I build, where I'm going to build the supply base. And I see, are the boxes up here or are they down below? Boxes are up here. Very good, very good. I see I got lots of stuff here already. Fair amount of belt. All kinds of belt. Yep. Let's see. Maybe I'll put these sorters over here. It's probably... I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll find out. Of course, that is for that. Pew-pewing guns and things. Yes, but that's... It's not here where that belongs. They should come with me. I believe this is where we want to go to NOCO 1 now. So we're going to come back to this planet. This is where we're going to actually build today's supply base. And now, what is the supply base? The supply base is going to be the base that provides me all the supplies to build future Dyson Spheres. So basically... once every 20 minutes, I can come back to this planet, pick up the materials, fly to a system, and boom, drop a sphere. Because that's what we're going to be doing, people. We drop spheres like they're candy. That's right. So we're going to head over here to number 1. Now this is our volcanic ash planet, and of course, so not only is it handling all of our needs for acid at the moment, which is actually here at the top, so we'll just fly straight around. So this is handling all, and this is where I realized, oh wait a minute, you're actually running on good old-fashioned deuterium fuel, being borrowed from Planet Max. Yeah, and it's got some old rickety belt work here from some like iron, like that's got 5,000 iron left on it. I'm not even gonna look at that right now. We're gonna ignore that. So we're gonna fly here to the other side of the planet because this is where now see look at all this barren desert just waiting to be turned into a Dyson Sphere destiny. All right, I'm pretty close to the bottom of this planet, am I not? Oh no, I'm only halfway there. Okay, well, let's keep going. Yup. Here we go. We got some boxes. We like boxes. Boxes are good. All right, so now the reason I dropped all that belt off is because these supplies are already here, supposedly. I should be good to go with this. Of course, you got to put some stuff in your inventory to make this happen. I should probably take care of the topper first, right? The pew-pew guns and the things? Probably. Let's get that out. Let's see. Okay, boop. Now, are you going to give me a hassle? Yes, I can see a hassle right there. Right there. Look at that. And I got a lake here. I don't know how bad the lake's going to be, but I know whatever this was. Really, like I gotta get better viewing angle. I think this is going to be the problem. This will be a problem. That will not be a problem. So you have got to go down. Yeah, that's right. You have to go down. Down. Goodbye. Bye down. There we go. Let's see now if I can get this blueprint in. I know this pond. I know there's an acid lake here. I did try to trim it up a little bit earlier, so I'm really kind of hoping to find the right fit, just to make it kind of drop in there and hang out really cool like that. So we're going to give that a shot here in a second. Yep. Okay. Is that going to be it? Did it like find it the first time and I pushed the button and it's going to work? No, I knew it. All right, that's fine. I really don't want to cover up this whole lake because, hey, it's an acid lake, right? Acid is good, I think. And you know, and this is the closest acid lake I have to Planet Max. So I really don't want to like cover up all the lakes. Now, there is a lot of lakes on the bottom of this planet, which we will have access to. So it's not like I'm really that worried, but I don't know. It's kind of a resource thing, right? You know, you kind of look at it and it's like, oh man, I can't cover that all up. You know, that's just too good. It's too good of stuff. So we need to turn you this way. Okay, you gonna go in here nice and easy? Yes, you are. Boom, boom. Do the things. That's right. So this is an updated pattern, by the way. Did I forget the things? Did I really forget the things? No, I was gonna say I didn't forget the things. No, I didn't. Yes, do that. You betcha. I was gonna say, I knew I didn't forget them launchers. So this is an update to my pattern, to my 5500 pattern. It now has 10 launchers and 40 pew-pew guns instead of the 5 launchers and 24 guns. And that's just because we have enough planets making enough rockets and enough solar sails now that we can be a little bold, right? We can actually say, hey, you know what? Why are you giving me a hard time with the things? Really? I didn't bring out enough. Here, have some of that. Here, you can even have a couple of hundred of these you want. You know, you don't have to be. Here, have some more belt. Holy smokes, man. Now, let's finish my run around here. So in this case, because we have several planets now that are generating rockets and solar sails, they can contribute more per planet, right? So obviously when you have, what do we got, six planets? Well, I actually have a little more than that, but those other ones are pretty far away. When you have, like, you know, so let's say 6 planets, and, you know, they're making, they're making rockets and solar sails, right? Well, now we're up to, like, you know, 500. Well, we're getting up to close to 500 rockets a minute, and, and even with 10 launchers, that's not going to handle 500 rockets a minute. So we're good to go there. Now, hey. Did we get my sons? You betcha. Let's bootstrap this thing and get it started. Okay. So you, we don't want you. We want you. You bet. All right. Let's take a nice 800 here. I see that it's already brought me the warpers. Looks good. We're going to remote demand these, remote demand those. We're going to remote demand that. Store all this stuff for now until we actually get the planet up and running. You're going to need some spaceships. We'll give you 3. No, we won't. We'll give you 2. Yeah, we'll give you 2 just for something exciting in case you have to pick something up, but you shouldn't need anything else. Okay, this should be good to go. Right, you're bringing me gas. That's exactly what I want you to do. All right. Now, let's bootstrap it with a little bit of this. 1, 2, and 3, as always. 3 of them tends to handle us out really well. And let's get us a little belt going on here. All right. And gas. Yep, we want the gas. Thank you. Gee whiz. There we go. Now. Oh, yes, I know. You really hate that. So we do that, we do that, we do this. And then I grab one of my own gas out of my own gas tank, like so. We probably should use 2, but 1 will probably be enough, I would think, to get that up and running. Sure. And, oh, yes, I need to get power lines. Yeah, right there. In fact, I didn't see power poles in my box. I'm a little concerned. I better go check. Let's see. Yep. Hey, you guys delivering me gas yet? Yes, thank goodness. Holy smokes, I was getting a little concerned. Oh, you didn't set the filter on this, though, did you, Max? No. I was pretty sure I did, but there you go. Just start shoving that gas backwards, would you? Yeah, there we go. Nice. And this is juicing up the power. Yeah, see, 200 megawatts already. Done. All right, so we got the rockets coming in. We got you coming in. Oh, right. Did I cut you off? No. Then why aren't you launching? What? I hate that bug. What do you? I'm looking right at the. I'm looking at it. You can do it, mister. I know you can. All right, or don't, because I. What the? Gee. That's always been a thing with this game ever since its initial release. You click on, like, it takes a single click to change stuff in the menu. So, like, you click on this, and then, you click on that. But then, if I go back to wanting a belt, it just seems to sometimes not do it. But we're going to put that back. Can I have that back, please? Now, why won't you put that there? I mean, what's going on? Why are you all upset? You are upset because you're colliding with another object. Well, you weren't. You went in there perfectly fine. I've had you there many times. We've done this on 3 systems already. You're good to go, man. Like, I am telling you. Like, what is the problem? What is the headache of life going on here? You're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. You're like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why not? And in fact, these are all messed up. What's going on here? Like, these are... really? Oh, gee whiz. That's what's going wrong. Let's, you know what? There's an easy way to fix this. Let's see. Where do we want to go to fix this? Let us go, well, I suppose the Allen system is probably the closest one to fix this, so let's just jump on over there for a second. I was sure I had blueprinted that last night and had pasted it before this morning, but I don't know. It was pretty late. Maybe I was tired, you know, because it happens, right? You know, like, it's like, I mean, days can be long, right? So, yeah. Excuse me for a second. Oh, yeah, no. We don't want to go right through you. I just want to stop here for a second. Thanks. Can I see your sphere? Awesome. I love your sphere. Can I have a copy of it? Oh, cool. Yep. All layers. Copy the things. Yeah. Selected layers. Yep. Copy the... Yeah. No, I'll have all the things. I want all the things. Okay, cool. So with that, now we'll go back. Now, I know there's a mod that you can get for doing that. Where it will actually, like you can actually load spheres from different saves and stuff. But in this case, we're only doing the one sphere today, so I just need to grab a copy. We'll slam it in over here, get it all up and running. It'll be all good. We'll head back here to the NOCO system. Hey, William, what's up? Let's see. Yeah, can I do a 1 tetrawatt Dyson Sphere and a no-type star? Well, actually, it turns out I have 2. So, I have 2 blue giant stars. Even better, right? I do have, I mean, I have I do have an O-type star there and a couple others, but I have not 1 but 2 blue giant stars that I have to put Dyson Spheres around, and yeah, they're. I mean, I'll be now. They each only have 1 planet, so I'm going to have to drop my my blueprint on there and be all good, right? So yeah, chances are in an upcoming episode, you will get to see not 1 but 2 Dyson Spheres around 2 blue giants. That is probably going to happen. But I am now in the NOCO system. That is NOCO 2. There's NOCO 1. That's what we want right there. We're actually pretty close. How fast can I zip on over there? Right? Yeah, kick this into gear. Get me over here for a second. All right. And we'll just slap right into this planet. Boom. Like so. Can I do this? Can I do this? We'll zip in here. Paste. Yeah. Okay, boom. See? Insta-done. Now, can we fly up here? And will something please launch from these rocket launchers now? Thank you. That's what I expected. So, that, now, unfortunately, because I did put the blueprint down before I actually put the copy of the Dyson Sphere down, this does mean my guns are all messed up, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So what is my orbits? 14,007. Is that 14,900? Huh? Okay, so we're gonna add a number 2. Here it'd be probably faster for me to type it in. 900. This is gonna be 80, 90, 89, 90, yep, 90, well, 90 is good. We'll do that, we'll create, we'll do the things, boom. All right, can I have a number 2 now? Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna have to run around here for a minute and get these slapped in. So that's a 1, that's a 2. Are you guys working now? No, I didn't think so. That's a 1, and and that's a 2. Oh well, this is all right. We'll run around here for a minute, and this will get this sphere up and running. Now, obviously, we started launching rockets. We already have the ray receivers are starting to fire up. We like that. Always good when the ray receivers start coming online, because I always get a little panicky, right? Because we're running this, we always bootstrap the systems with the suns or with the deuterium fusion reactors to kind of get things started, but we don't like to keep them running on that because, hey, that's expensive, right? And expense is never good. So, you know, we like to make sure that we can get the system has to support itself before it can support anything else, and that's what we're looking at. What do we got? Well, I mean, we're at 229, we're at 233 now, and we got a big whole 11 megawatts coming off of the thing. Woo! Let me tell you, it will slowly grow. It's going to be a thing. Now it's time to do the next big excitement thing, which is, of course, slamming down one blueprint for a planet. So that is going to be this one. Yeah. Are you gonna give me the blueprint? No. You don't want to give it to me today. You're gonna think about it really hard. Okay. Well, I don't blame you. I mean, you know, I am making you think really hard. Now, this is not going to go down right away. We obviously have some water problems here, right? So there's water problems. We have some acid lake issues. I'm just looking to see what it is we're going to run into. So our first, besides 2 acid lakes, we could try to go for, I don't know if I got to take care of that iron up here or not, but we're going to find it. So we're going to stick this down. It's going to turn red because we know that already. So this obviously is a problem. We're going to have to come down there, fill that in. This lake up here is a problem. Okay, that's fine. That lake there is a problem. Okay, but that copper is going to be a problem. Look at that. It's just close enough that copper is going to be a problem. But that's actually okay. Pretty much what I expected on this planet. So let's whip back over this way, and yeah, so that iron there is not going to be an issue. Okay, so with that, we'll get out of that, and we'll start down here with the copper. Now, when you fly about here, are we on the equator? I think so. Is this the equator? Yes. But you are totally all upside down, dude. And is this the copper we want? I think so. No. Dude, you are way crooked today. What are you doing, man? Holy smokes. This is not in our way. This is definitely in the way. That was not in the way. This is in the way. This is in the way. And then this is the iron there that we are. So this is the copper here that I'm standing beside. That is a problem. Okay, cool. Well, then let's do that. We'll get you buried. What do we got? 317. Wish I had a little more. Might have to stop over at the Jonathan system and pick some up. Anyway, we'll get this. We'll be very selective in getting this buried. Okay, so we are right on the equator here, right? Yes, we are. So let's run on over to our first destination, which of course is some water somewhere, or acid. Like this. This is bad, obviously. We can't have this. So this has to all get covered in. That's unfortunate. I really hate covering up acid pools, but it's got to go. Blueprint can't go down if it's in the way. So that takes care of that one. All right, so let's zoom out here a little bit. The next one is coming up here on my upper side. We'll run down here a little bit. All right, so we'll get this one. Zip up here. Yeah. Pick that up. Click these things. So, first day of spring. Oh, yeah. And it's actually a pretty nice day here in Canuckland. I must admit. I was very, very tempted to enjoy the whole day, but I actually got a lot of stuff done this weekend. As mentioned, I was pretty tired last night, so I actually did get a lot done throughout the weekend, and so I figured, we're good to go for a stream today. It's all good. It's all good after that. Now, we don't need to go much farther than this. This here. So yeah, first day of spring, and of course with this will allow me to mention that when I post the weekly schedule later today, we're going to be doing 5 games next week. 5, not 1, not 3, not 4, but 5 games. I know, that's pretty crazy. Okay, I think that's all of it. I think we're going to be able to fit this in now. I think we're good to go. So let's we'll fly up over here for a second to get out of the way of the chaos that's about to ensue us. So let's fly up here and drop a blueprint. Do a thing. So yeah, it's gonna be 5 games next week. It's gonna be crazy. It's a full impacted week of stuff. Okay, let's see how close I got it. Oh yeah, feel the green. Look at that. That's how you blueprint a planet right there. You betcha. Too bad this tower's in the way of this, because that's going to make that very cranky. You're saying you're missing a whole bunch of stuff, and I agree. You are missing a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go up here and pick some stuff up. You are definitely missing things, and you're missing a lot of things. Take all of those things. Yes, you're gonna need all these things. Boom. You actually need that one thing. Believe it or not, there is one splitter in this whole blueprint. Only one blueprint. Only one splitter. That's it. There's just one. Let's see. Well, okay. We'll take some of the belt along. That pretty much fills up the inventory, though, dude. You're stuffed. You're not going to be able to do any more than that. So let's run on over here, and we'll let this start dropping down stuff. Now I don't know how many it is now. I got a lot of drones, because it was getting to the point where, and in fact, I'm not even done. I'll be adding more drones, because another one of the challenges, of the achievements is you have to do 10 million hashes, 10 million white cubes. That's crazy, right? To do 10 million white cube things, that means, I'll be definitely upgrading a bunch of stuff. And that includes having more drones, because the more drones you have, the faster you can do this stuff. So that's definitely important, because it's a lot of drones and stuff. That's for sure. What does this do? Of course, this blueprint this blueprint allows us to make 50 rockets and 500 solar sails a minute, which is our standard blueprint for dropping Dyson Spheres into a system. So of course we'll be doing that. And that's, and again, this takes about 15 minutes to get this entire blueprint down, and all the belting and the stuff. And of course, then it depends on what I forgot, right? Because I always seem to forget like 2 things. Don't know what it is, but I don't know why that is. But I always seem to forget 2 things. So we'll see if I forget anything this time. That's why I want the supply planet. We want a supply planet because this will stop me from forgetting things, so I can just go to the supply planet and say, hey, I need to pick up my supplies, and then it has all the things, like it has the rocket launchers, it has all the pew-pew guns, it has all the, all the factories, all the assemblers, all the smelters, it has the 52, there's 52 of the standard towers, there's 12 of the larger planetary type towers, things like that, right? And I would say I have run out of belts. So I'm going to actually fly up here and grab more belt. As much as the robots are having so much fun, I've done this a couple of different ways. I've tried doing it in 2 passes, and then I've also tried it like just keeping up with the belt. I guess the jury's still out. The jury's still out which way I think is the faster method. Drones. Come on, let's go. Okay, you don't have to follow me all the way up there, dudes. Like, you know, we're down here. We're good. We's good. We's good, man. We's good. So in this case, yeah, the jury's still out. Yes, it is a little slower overall for me to keep, you know, for me to be placing the belt as we go across the surface of this blueprint. But then it's done. It's kind of like you don't have to go across it twice. And belt is the slowest part of the blueprint. So if you're doing it in a 2-pass system, your first pass seems really fast, and it's like, yeah, I'm all done. But then you got to go to a second pass, and it's a lot slower because it's got to place like 14,000, you know, belts, right? And it's like, oh man, I really wish I had just done the belts first or something. Now, so yes, it is a little slower to do it as a, you know, doing the belt and the factories at the same time, but I got to admit, overall, it just feels like it's like when you finish getting to the end of this and it's all done, all in one pass, and it's like, yeah, now it's ready to go. Now, I still have to go through the towers and put in all the drones, which is a real bummer because I wish it would remember that, right? You know, it's not like I don't have the drones, right? I have, you know, the 1,400 drones that are needed and all the spaceships, but it doesn't, unlike the settings, it doesn't remember the drone count. So you have to still go through and manually put in all the drones. That's kind of a bummer, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not like it's not like I was getting some secondary choice or something. Now listen, I gotta go pick up more belt guys, or do I? No, I don't. No, no, not yet, but I will soon. I'm gonna have to pick up more belts soon, guys, and you know, I don't want you guys being too far away from where, like, we want to get close to the top because I know you guys get really silly stupid, and you tend to do a lot of weird things suddenly when I have to go pick up more supplies. So I want you to be close to the top here. You know, yeah, even with that, yeah, there you go. That's right. Do the things. Look, we already got coal coming in. That's how exciting it is, ready to go. It's not, listen, guys. Yeah, I was gonna say, can somebody do that one belt? Like, oh, thanks, left hand, for that button. I didn't need that. So anyway, but yes, now we're into the glass. Yes, you know, it's always good when I see the glass because it means I'm getting a little, you know, we're at least about halfway done. Okay, so now I'm gonna zip up here. I'm gonna grab some more belt. Meanwhile, these guys are pew-pewing away, right? We are actually building a Dyson Sphere. I don't like, so, I mean, you could ask me, well, why go through this work? Why go through all this work when you're building a Dyson Sphere right now, right? Well, that's because we need more, right? So I guess, how can I put that? You know, we want, like, when we get to the blue giants, okay, that little 1050 setup up there isn't going to cut it. All right, to do a blue giant, you got to have, I don't know, you got to have at least a couple hundred launchers, and you know, you're probably going to need, I don't know what, 400 or 500 pew guns. Hey, Noko, what's that? Yeah, liquids. Yeah, liquids, right? I mean, I love the acid. I love the acid pools, but they just got in trouble. But yeah, but when we go to do blue giants, we need, I don't know, 500-600, you know, guns, and you know, you need 500-600 guns. You're gonna need a couple hundred rocket launchers, and you know, because I mean, blue giants, they take a long time to build a sphere around, right? I mean, they're intense. So, you know, doing these normal systems with the smaller 1050 setup is fine, but we're going to need all of these systems to contribute to the magic, to the awesomeness. Yeah, so the blue, like when, you know, in my other series, right, of doing blue giant stars, like, there was one of the blue giants, I let the computer run for 7 days straight, okay? I let 7 days straight, and it still wasn't even close to done, right? You know, it's just crazy, right? You mean how many achievements I've gotten so far, right? I'm assuming Noko, because we are at 65 achievements so far. So of course, when we started the series, what's the series now? At 3.5 weeks? I think we're on 3.5 weeks. Could be getting close to 4 weeks now, right? I had none of the achievements. I hadn't played the game since the achievement system had come out, and sure enough, I now have 65 of those achievements. Look, see, I'll even lie. See, oh, I have 66. That's right, because when we started the stream. When we started the stream, I did one more achievement before we left the Maximus system. You know, and so we did the all power system, the burn baby burn achievement. And we're gonna go for at least 3 more achievements today. I know I can get 2 of them, but the third one, it's gonna be a little tricky. I don't know if I'll be able to get that 3rd achievement today. So hopefully by the end of it, we'll have 69 achievements. You know, maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, let's check my robots here. Yeah. So, but it's pretty intense. Yeah. Well. So the next big hint of factory games I could give a person when it comes to factory is automate as much as possible. Now, at the beginning of the game, you got to do a lot of manual building, but once you kind of get through, like doing this, right? If it wasn't for the blueprint system, I would not do this. I mean, there would be no way I would go to every single system and drop a Dyson Sphere in it. That just wouldn't happen, right? You know, like the very first time I played this game, you know, I was just happy to put a Dyson Sphere around my home system, and I think I did it to 1 or 2 other systems just for fun. And yes, in the 12 colonies, we ran out of time on that one, you know, between doing the Blue Giant and a few others. But, you know, I was only going to do 12 of those Dyson Spheres because, again, way too many, right? You know, yes, we did have the mod blueprint system, but at the same time, you know, time is everything, right? One of the best hints I guess I could say, just to get back on track with, is automate as much as you can. I mean, that is kind of the point of a factory game. The whole point behind the factory game is the automation of the factory, right? I mean, that is kind of why Factorio is still the leader of factory games, right? I mean, and it should, because it literally invented the genre of factory games to a degree of, you know, super awesomeness. Robots. While I'm talking, I'm waiting for this robot to do this one belt, and they're not doing it. Like, guys, listen, come do this one belt up here, so I can continue the story. We are standing on the belt, guys. Are you telling me we don't have any more belt? Is that what you're doing? No, we got all kinds of belt. Well, oh, okay. That was very weird, robots. They do weird things like that sometimes. Okay, so we're going to keep going. But automation is key, right? The whole, if I had to try and build this planet out again and again and again, yeah, I would get so, it would be so tedious. Now, you could say, well, what I'm doing right now is tedious. But at the same time, it's not. Like, I mean, really, I'm not doing a lot of work. I have a lot of robots doing work. I'm not doing very much work. Why can't you take off now, Max? What's wrong? Oh my goodness, you're out of gas. Why are you out of gas? Why am I out of gas? Yeah, I see you have no energy. Why do you not have energy? What is wrong here now? What's going on here? I have no energy. Listen, can I have some energy? No, I can't have some energy? Why not? That's really weird. The fuel chamber has lots of gas in it, but you have no energy. I would say I just found a bug. This is probably not good. I can't figure the thing with maximum efficiency output and input speeds. So, okay, the biggest problem with factories is literally the math, right? And I hate the math. I don't do the math. So, yeah, I'm going to have to restart the game. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to restart the game here probably in a sec. I've never seen this bug. It's very weird. Now, the robots aren't being affected because they're still flying around doing their things. And they should be affected because when you have no energy, the robots should get really dumb, right? Now, not to say they don't get dumb already, but we're probably going to have to do a quick swap out here, save and restart this game just to see what's going on. Okay, you know what? Let me switch screens here for a second. Hey, you know what? That's why we have really cool transition screens like that. I know. You almost think I had a plan of that. So I'm gonna cut the game musics off for a second. I'm gonna save this as a different file name because I really hope that it didn't break it. That would stink. All right, so we'll hit save on that. Yep. I'm gonna restart the game. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get everything back on track here in a second. I mean, you could still use the same calculators, the same online calculators. I'm assuming you did Satisfactory by using like the online calculators, you know, to build a factory. And I mean, you could still use them same calculators. In fact, that's what I use for. Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, the background music. Let's do that. There we go. Nope. Right about there. We'll try there. So, yeah, that background movie music. We'll try that now. But I'm assuming that it's the calculators that you've been using, like when you're building a factory in Satisfactory. I mean, almost everybody does. No, I use my head and lots of power slugs. Yeah, but that power slugs aren't overly efficient. Sometimes it's better to underclock your factories in Satisfactory, right? It's actually better to underclock them and make a few more than it is to overclock them. I guess like in this case, I mean, I wouldn't even bother playing factory games now if it wasn't for these online stuff, because it just allows you. It takes away all the headache. It takes away all the math headache. And even then, I still don't bother with some of the math, okay? For example, like the blueprint that I've put down here, right, for this factory, which is supposed to be 50 rockets and 500 solar sails a minute. Okay, cool. Except it isn't. I actually have a little bit more than that. Okay, are you gonna charge up or not? Dude, are you like so broken that you're broken, or what? If I put all the things in, okay, but I can't get off. I can't do that. You can't fly. You can't do anything. So I am still broken. That's not good. I mean, it's definitely not good, because okay. So I'm gonna bring the screen back for a second. Even though it's still not working. Okay. So we're gonna transition back for a sec, and that means I gotta turn the game's music back on. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a thing here, it is using. Oh, you know what? Hey, robots, listen, come with me for a minute. Listen, robots, walk over here. Come on, come with me. Come with me, robots. I got an idea. We're just going to walk over here, robots. Yeah, stand here with me. There we go. Yeah, we're charging up now. We'll be all right here in a minute. We're just fine. We're good. We're good. We're all fixed. Yeah. So what I had to do is I had to get the robots to stop and let it resync the power node. It's fine. Everything. We're good. We're good now. So yes. All right. We're back into it. Let me bring up the chat window again here. Yeah, so in this case, this blueprint, even though I call it the 5500 blueprint, it isn't what it is, and I never do. I will always overbuild whatever the calculator says. So let's say I'm in Satisfactory, and I want 10 turbo motors, right? So, you know, and let's say it says, okay, well, you need 50 iron machines for that. So I'll build way more than that, right? In fact, I usually try to build 10 to 15% more than what the online calculator says, especially starting at raw materials and working my way down. So, the closer to the finished product, the more accurate I get. But starting with the raw resources like these iron ingots, I actually way overproduce them, and I do that on purpose because by the time you get to the end, it's close enough. That's what I do. That's exactly how I handle it. Because even with online calculators giving you the exact amount, saying, hey, you know what, you need exactly 43 of these assemblers. Yeah, I don't care. Right? I mean, 43 assemblers looks dumb. So I'm going to either round it up to 44 or whatever to make it look better, right? So that's one thing I'll do. But two, it's still a computer. And the computer itself takes time, right? So for the amount of... by the time them iron plates get all the way down here to the bottom and become rockets and work its way through all of this, like, it's crazy. It's just crazy, right? Wait, there are really websites that tell you how to yeah, of course, man. There's a dude. Well, I mean, I have like 3 or 4 I use. Let me see. I don't know if... Now, I don't usually allow links. I don't know if I'm going to time myself out. I don't allow links to happen in my chat. But I don't know if I can do it. We'll try it. There. So that link opens up Factorio Hub. Now that one is for the Dyson Sphere program. But if you look at the top left-hand corner of the website, you'll notice that you can choose it for Factorio or Satisfactory, and just go to settings, and you can. Yeah, there's all kinds. Now that is just one website. I don't actually use that website for Satisfactory. I only use it for Dyson Sphere program, because I find it's nice for Dyson Sphere program. But I have a couple other websites that I use for Satisfactory. Oh, yeah, I thought you meant like a real calculator. Well, I mean, a real calculator is a real calculator. No, but I don't mean a real calculator. Unless they made a website that looked like a real calculator when they did that. That would actually be kind of cool. Did we get this down? Yes, the entire thing is down. I gotta plug it in. Hello. Yep, we gotta get you plugged in here, sir. Right now would be nice. So let's get down here. Now, I am not going to waste a lot of time here today to put this down, putting in drones and stuff, because we got so much more to do today. And this is probably going to want way too much stuff as it is. So let me let's get the power hooked up on it though, because I definitely need the power hooked up. Yeah. So see, it's all. I mean, the sphere is just building now, right? So we're not going to get enough. We're not going to get enough stuff. Boom. All right, so what is plugged in and what is not plugged in? This is all plugged in. This is not plugged in. So let's plug you in. And, oh, you're not plugged in either. Okay, let's plug you in. Nope. Yes, you're plugged in now. You are plugged in. Them sons up there, they're losing their minds. They're like, what are you doing, man? Holy smokes. There's no way we can run this amount of power requirement. That's fine. And that's why I'm not too worried about putting drones in here at the moment, because there's just not enough power to run all this right now. We gotta let the Dyson Sphere build up a little bit first, and then we'll come back and we'll hook it back up. So let's take care of that. So we're gonna cut this back off for the moment. Boom, right? And you're now cut back off. Yes, yes, off. How is our Dyson Sphere doing? Hey, 256 megawatts. Well, it's getting there. Come on now. I mean, don't be mean. I mean, the Dyson Sphere has only been running for 15 minutes, and it's already, look, it's already contributed over 200 megawatts, and we only need 880 to run this whole factory. So, I mean, before the end of the stream, I should be able to plug that factory in, and it's all good to go. But this is not where we want to be. Nope. We got other places to be. And we now need to move on to the other planet, right? And it's funny that you're, we're chit-chatting here, Noko, because this is your system. We are in the Noko system. And we are now on our way to Noko 2. That's Noko 3. You don't want that. I want Noko 2. That is Noko 4.5. That is not what you want. You want the Noko 2 system. There it is over there. So, the Noko 1 planet, Noko 1 is going to be our Dyson Sphere builder, and Noko 2 is going to be our supply base builder. So let's zip on over here. Wait, what? Let me do a zoom out here as soon as we land on this planet. So, at the beginning of the stream, which of course you probably, I don't think you were at the beginning of the stream, I have been renaming the systems based on chatters, of course. So, of course, we have the Allen system, we have the Taco system, we have the Jonathan system, and currently we are in the Noko system. And in fact, the Noko system is getting a Dyson Sphere today and is also becoming a supply base today. That is the whole point of what we're doing here on Noko 2. So, now there is no blueprint for this. This is going to be hand built. This is all handcrafted. If you want to look at that, I was 100. Look at that, I had just enough built, 156 to spare. Yeah. So. And of course, I actually have several other names to put on the other systems. So like I'll put Aaron's name on here. I got Steve's name. I got a few other systems to name up here yet. But those are the ones I got done before the starting of the stream. So yes, yep, we are actually in your system today building a supply base, the supply base planet of supply base planet things, because that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to take all of these, but I'm going to take some of these because you're going to need some of these here, Max. So we need, and this is where I'm actually going to use the Factorio lab of the things to tell me what it is I need for this supply base. So this supply base needs like 900 assemblers. No, it's 670 and 900 smelters. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Well, let's get started with power. That is a thing. You've got 18. Really? Did I only bring 18? Did I not bring any more? I was sure I did. No, I didn't bring any more than 18, huh? All right, well, I guess we'll get these 18 down, and then we'll figure out. I'll have to go back. Planet Max makes these cheap by the dozen, right? Collides with another object. What object is it colliding with? Me? It's colliding with me? Oh, this is one of the, yeah, you can't copy this here. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain. I really wish it would figure that out on its own, but it doesn't. Doop. Well, at least we'll get these 18 around. I do have two sons with me. So of course I do have power. But obviously to run this supply base, I will need about probably a 900 megawatts or a gigawatt. Anyway, this will just do for a little bit of power setup. Get started. And we want to do this down here in the equatorial area because obviously we do not want any problems with that. All right, so let's get down here. This. Push that. All right, let's see. So we got some power up there. Where's all the minerals? They're all on this side of the planet. Good, because I don't want them in my way. Looks like I got one silicon, one copper to deal with. But besides that, let's run over here to the stone and start there. All right. Yeah, so we'll start here at the stone and work our way around. So the ray receivers. So if we have a look at things, right? So we'll zip out here. So as the Dyson Sphere is getting built, right? So we are using rocket launchers and pew-pew guns. The rocket launchers build the nodes, right? The pew-pew guns launch the solar sails. As the Dyson Sphere starts to generate electricity, the ray receivers, basically the big satellite dishes, then accept the incoming energy to turn it into usable energy. So I guess you could look at it as they're collecting the microwave energy. I don't know if it's sending back microwaves. They never really do explain what kind of energy that the Dyson Sphere sends back to the ray receivers, but we'll just call it microwaves. Because that's what they usually talk about in science shows and stuff. So in this case, yeah, and that's why you see the ray receivers flashing the things they do. But these four back here are not, because they are not in line of sight of the Dyson Sphere at the moment. So they are not turned on. But all the other ones are, so they are collecting energy for us. That's what's going on there. Stonebane. Yeah, Stonebane. That's where we want to start. Start here, work our way across. And let's get a blueprint out. So, how many of the things do I need? For iron, I need 300. No problem. 300, it says. Yup. That's a thing. So 300. Okay. 300. Holy smokes. Right. So 300. Yup. Let's get this down. Okay, so 300. How are you going to divide that? You can't make any row longer than 15 because the belt won't be able to handle anything longer than 15. Right? Because, oh, no, it's, yeah, 15. You can't make anything longer than 15. A belt, a tier 3 belt, all right, so just because Noko's here with the math. So tier 3 belt, of course, holds 1,800 items a second, okay? Or 1,800 items a minute, okay? One smelter will smelt 60 a minute, okay? So 60 divided into 1,800 is 30. But you can have 2 smelters take from a line on either side of it. That means these cannot be longer than 15, right? So let's do that first. Hey, the first time I played, I didn't get into building a Dyson Sphere for like, what was it, 2-3 weeks? I think on that first series. I mean, yeah, the first series was like 5 weeks long, and I think it wasn't until almost the 3rd week that I didn't get into building a sphere. So yeah, I mean, it's just a thing. It's it's like playing Satisfactory and learning all the tricks over time, right? Or playing Factorio and learning all the tricks over time. I need 15 of you guys, so let's do this. Yes, use now. That's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and we'll do 16 and cut them off at the end. Yep, you bet. All right. So obviously that's 30. So 30, 30, 30. What does that mean for me now? 30 into 300 is 10. Okay. Well, that's math I can work with, right? So we're going to take this, kill that line, and now we're going to make a copy of this, and hopefully the blueprint system will pick this up correctly. So we're going to take this, drag this, up this, do that, use now, and hopefully you get this right. Looks good so far. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That would be 300 smelters of iron. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Yep. In fact, you're out of belt. You gotta go get more belt because you're out. That's how you put down 300 things right there. Let's not take too much belt with you at one time though, Max, because then that will fill up your inventory and it's gonna make it very hard. But you are gonna need more of these because you're probably gonna need some more of these too. You probably didn't bring enough of any of that actually, but we'll at least get this started. I'd like to at least get the raw material stuff down for the supply base in today's live stream. That way, you know, I can start. You know, I mean, I can make a video. I can make a video episode of finishing the supply base, but I would like to at least get it to a certain point in today's live stream of the supply base, because that's one of the things we want to accomplish today, right? I mean, that's a thing. All right, so 300 iron. Wowzers. Now, when you need this much iron, here's a tip. Don't bring it in one tower, because that's crazy. And so we're actually going to probably use a couple of towers for this, just to make it a lot easier on the system. But that is going to be, yes. Do I have any towers on me? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Can I use a tower to supply 5 of these? So that's 1, that's 2. You're going to be 3. Okay. Let's do it this way. That's 1, that's 2. You're going to be the 3rd one right here. You're probably going to have to do it that far back. All right, so 2 towers supplying this amount of stuff, because it's a lot of stuff. Aw, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? It didn't copy. Look, why did it not do it for these rows? It did it for this row. Darn it. Look at that. It did not do them sorters. Now, why does it do it sometimes and not other times? That drives me crazy. Anyway, we won't worry about that. I'll fix that up offline. That's fine. I just want to get the setups done for now, and then... It just... Man, I just wish... It really kind of bums you out, because, you know, that blueprint, now, on a smaller scale, that works no problem, right? So I'm going to demonstrate that, just so to show you I'm not lying. So let's say I take this blueprint, okay, which is what I just did, right? So we're going to flip that around here, right? I'm going to just plop that there, right? But now let's say I'm going to do this on a smaller scale, right? So I'd like to make like 3 rows of this. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to copy this, right, like so. And I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to go right there and right there. See? That first row did it no problem, and this second row missed this one right here. But there's no rhyme or reason as to why it does or doesn't do it. It's it's crazy. It's just crazy. Is there any way to get infinite raw materials, infinite ores? It's actually well, okay. When you start a map, when you start a map, one of the setting options is infinite, right? So if you were actually starting a new game in Dyson Sphere Program, on the selection screen for the system, there's a slider up there that allows you to set it from infinite to, well, it goes from 0.5 to infinity. So if you slide it all the way to the right, you can get infinite ores. That's for sure. Yes, it is early access, but this is where I always say about the blueprint system is 97% as good as the modded one was. So obviously before they put the in-game blueprint system in, there was a mod, a blueprint mod, which is very satisfactory like, and it worked so good. It was so good. I mean, I must admit it was really good. And the big trick to that, of course, was that everybody, you know, I mean, you know, if you use mods, that's great, but if you didn't use mods, then you had no blueprint system, right? No blueprinting for you, which stinks, but that's just the way it was. And the thing is that as with any game, you kind of hope that you can keep your mods to a minimum, I guess, if that's a way I can put it. I gotta make sure I'm not miscounting here. So when they put the blueprint system into the game, it was like, yes, now, you know, people that want to play and use blueprints but not getting the mods, you know, they get to do that. But unfortunately, and not to say I'm not thankful, because I am very thankful for the blueprint system. Like I said, I would never do this kind of building stuff without it. But it does have quirks that the modded one just didn't have, right? If that makes any sense. Yeah, like satisfactory. It's like, you know what? Let's discuss their latest video. So there was a video that came out the other day that I was watching, and it was talking about, like, you know, where are they going to go next? What are they going to do for the next release? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, except that, you know what? You've been in early access now for, what's this now? 3.5 years? You know, going on 4 years. Now, yes, Factorio was in early access for way too many years. But you know, that is what it is. Unfortunately, a lot of games are getting into this really bad habit of early access forever. And so when they were talking on this video the other day about how they were going to, you know, they were talking about coming out of early access and all this stuff, going to 1.0 release, I was like, you know what? It's time. You know what? Make this your last year of early access. It's time to release the game, right? I mean, really, the releases now, they're putting in more meme stuff than they are practical stuff. Yes, tweaking the map is fine, right? But, I mean, they've got 16 different ways to get around the map now. You can use the zip lines, you can use, you know, you can use the tubes. You've got half a dozen different vehicles. I think they should be focused on polishing the game, fixing multiplayer to where it fully works well, and put the storyline in it and release it, right? Stop adding new nuanced stuff and fix the rest of the bugs of the game and then release, because it's time. It's time to release, right? I need to know which one I need next. What do I need for copper? Oh, only 100 machines for this. Awesome. At least it's not 300 like that. Whatever. So yeah, so I think that's where they got to go. I think it's time for them to release, right? Well, yeah, I mean, well, Satisfactory has a huge story behind it, right? Like, yeah, I know. A story in a factory game? I know. But, you know, but it was funny about, again, they were talking in the video the other day about the SAM ore and all the artifacts, right? I mean, you collect these, you know, they got all these artifacts across the world. Nobody knows what to do with them, right? You got the multiple SAM ores, no use for it. Can't do anything with it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't what? What satisfactory? Satisfactory? Sure, it's got a mega story in it, right? The SAM ore, like you're supposed to. It's supposed to be this whole story-driven thing about how you're working for the factory. And yes, it is a factory, and it's a factory game, but it has this story about getting the SAM ore and sending it up the elevator and blah 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 and all this stuff. Currently it doesn't. No. Currently the story's not in the game. Well, pieces of it are in the game, but most of it is not in the game. But that's what they should do. They should wrap it up, fix the bugs, put the story in, and good to go, right? Otherwise, they're gonna be stuck in EA early access for the next 5 years, and we'll never get anywhere. I think myself, but anyway, it's just my thought on early access. I find companies are taking way too much advantage of players and their money with early access nowadays. It's like, yeah, we'll just keep having bugs forever in our game, and we'll just keep calling it early access. Because as long as we don't finish the game, it doesn't matter how many bugs there are. Right? Or it doesn't matter if players don't like certain things because it's early access and we can just keep early access. Yeah, that's pretty cheesy though, right? Like, get out of early access already, right? Anyway, that's early access. Early access to me in general over the last couple of years has really bothered me a lot because it's like, just it's time to get out of it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Thank you. And we're going to have, do I want to do 15? Well, I got 10, right? 10, 20, and I'll do 5 rows of this. All right, so let's do that. And unfortunately, this is probably going to do the same thing that just happened on that last one, but we'll hopefully... most of these hopefully will come out correctly. So do that. Okay, so I did that row just fine, right? And we're going to do this row. Alright, it's going to do that row fine. Maybe it's a speed thing. Maybe it just doesn't like it when you go really fast with the pasting of the blueprinting. Because, again, that row looks really good. Where am I at? 20, 40, 60, 80. This is the last one. All right, so we'll put the last one in. And if everything goes right, look, see? So it didn't miss a single sorter on that one, right? It's all good. Yeah, but yeah, overall, I just think it's time companies have got to stop kind of saying, oh, like, no. Just release your game, be done with it, you're good to go. And I didn't leave enough room here for double towers. And after such a nice blueprint too, so I'm not going to change it. I'm going to do something else here. First of all, I'm going to do this. We'll do it like that. Okay, you are on this row. And it's going to be this row here. I've got to line it up with. I'm not worried about hooking it up, but I just got to measure this out because I got to get a couple of towers down here, and one of them has to be a full-size interplanetary tower. So I got to work on that. Oh, and I got to put that belt back too. Take care of that. Yep, there we go. All right. So you're an inline. You thanks. You're an inline, you're an inline, you're an inline, and you are an inline. So that means I want to put this right about here, give or take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. But now I'm going to have to sneak this tower in here because I didn't leave enough space here for doing this. So I'm going to have to put this over here somewhere. Where do you see how much something produces? Bottom right-hand corner, of course, is where you can go to your technology tree, but that's not where it is. But you have these icons running around the outside edge of this of the beaker. The very last icon here is the statistics panel. When you click on the statistics panel, you can then choose basically whatever you want. So the local planet is producing nothing because I've got nothing plugged in. But I can look at the specific planet. I can look at a specific system, right? So I can go, like, I can look at the home planet at the moment, or I think Maximus 1. Is it 1? No, it's this one. There we go. So this is the home planet. I can choose any planet or any planetary system I want. Or I can look at the entire universe, at my entire universe. This is my entire universe going here at the moment. You can choose 10 minutes, 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 hours, or 100 hours. So this is what I've done over the last 100 hours. I am collecting 5,376 raw ore a minute, and I'm using 5,295 raw ore a minute. And as you can see, so I'm collecting more than I'm using, which is good. Right? We don't like shortages. Shortages are bad. As you can see here, we got all kinds of stuff going on. I collect stuff. Let's get down to the sciences. Let's go to research. Sciences, science, production of science. Give me the science things. Yeah, so I haven't done a lot of science lately, so these numbers are really wonky. But obviously, blue cubes, I'm producing 102. I'm only using 37 at the moment. 103 red cubes, I'm only using 37. Again, it's probably just doing a restock or a resupply. I am producing more cubes than I'm consuming for universal matrices at the moment. Again, it's probably not doing anything, right? And this is 100 hours, right? So this isn't in the last 10 minutes. In the last 10 minutes, this is what's going on, right? Right, it's making 168 and using 168, so that's where it is. So it's the 5th button here. Of course, your 4th button is your mecha panel. The 3rd button is your replicator. The 2nd button is your inventory, and the 1st button is the only thing you'll ever do with this button is turn on veins distribution. By default, it's not there, so you have to turn it on. They force you to do the research on it. I hate that, but anyway, it is what it is. So that's where it is. So how much do you see how much iron a smelter produces, for example? Well, without using wikis and stuff, you can do that here when you hover. So like in this case, I click on this smelter, and I choose an item in the smelter. So in this case, I've chose copper for this smelter. If I look at the bottom of the description, it says 1 ore will take 1 second to produce 1 ingot. So I know that this smelter will do 60 ingots a minute and use 60 copper ore to do it. That's where you do it. Same with the iron, right? So that's why I knew exactly how many iron to do, right? I knew I couldn't make these lines 15 long. As for the Mark 1, 2, 3 belt, I just know that from the wiki, right? So Mark 1 belt is 360 items a second, or 360 ore, or 360 anything. Green belt, or Mark 2, is 720, and Mark 3 belt, by default, without upgrades, is 1800. So that's a really big jump from 720, right? And because, again, this iron ingot will do 1 ore every 1 second to make 1 ingot, I know that it will do, I know I couldn't have these lines longer than 15 long because 30 on either side, both drawing from this same belt, equals 1800 for 60 a second, 60 in a minute. So that's where I know that's going on. So whenever you have a machine of any type, you can always look to see what's going on with that machine. So if we take, I'll just take this 2-4. I'll just take this 2-4 example. This is probably green chips, right? Yeah. So if I want to see what green chips will do, I hover over it, and it says, okay, I need 2 iron and 1 copper, and every second I can spit out 2 circuit boards. Or if you want to think of it this way, 1 circuit board takes 1 copper or 1 iron and half a copper. But in this case, you'll get 2 circuit boards because it needs 1 full copper and 2 iron every 1 second, right? So in this case, these lines, because it needs 2 iron and the most you can do down a line is 1800, you can't make these 15 long. It would use too many, right? So you got to work out the math on that. But that's where you find out the math. You just put the item in the machine and then look at the stats, and it will tell it to you. That's how that one works. I still got to get this tower in, because in another 10 minutes we got to go to the black hole. Where am I gonna get this tower in? Yes, I know it's very close to a existing thing. I need you to please put in the thing. All right, this is not where I want to put the thing, but I'm going to put it over here because I need to put it in. Okay. In fact, this actually isn't. None of this is good, actually, and I'll tell you why. This does not help my my input system. Ugh, gee whiz. You know what? I'll worry about that afterwards. I got the tower down. I need to put a tower in the back. So let's put a tower in the back. Too much math. In Satisfactory, it was like this matter produces 60 a minute. Smelter needs. So it's so you can power 2 smelters. So there was an article, and I forget what I can't remember if it was Wired magazine or something like that. Yeah, because Factorio and Dyson Sphere Program don't use power as the main culprit. They use ore. They use the material that you mine as the main drawback. That's the one big difference with Satisfactory. Satisfactory, your limitation is power. Because your resources are unlimited, resources are not the question, right? I mean, yes, they are a limitation in terms of like the miner you put on, but really the only limitation in that game is power. How much power can you produce, and how much power is being consumed by each machine to do a thing, right? That's why when I first played Satisfactory, and a lot of players who first started playing Satisfactory kind of didn't know what to do, and you see this in really early posts. They were going on about how it's like, oh well, you know, I mean, it's infinite ore, so, you know, like, where's the challenge? Where's the challenge? The challenge is power, right? How much power can you make to actually get a system running? I have to go back to Noco 1 here for a second. Yeah, we have to go back to Noco 1 before leaving. Hey, look at that. I mean, it's making a sphere. It looks really good. So let's go back over here. Not enough space warpers. That's not good. Okay, hit the gas. This will take about a minute to fly there, but that's fine. It's just a little slower without warpers. Oh, wait a minute. I have warpers on me, right? Yes. In fact, you have to go back to that planet, Max. You can't leave here just yet. You have to put all this stuff in a box. And yes, you have warpers. I will put them in your inventory in a second, dude. Yeah, so Satisfactory's big achievement, big goal is power. It's power management and power usage. And in Dyson Sphere Program and in Factorio, it's ore resource management is your I don't want to call it the cripple. It's it's your goal, right? Resource management in these games is the goal, whereas in Satisfactory, it's power management. And there was a big article, like I said, I don't know if it was Wired Magazine or it was one of them bigger websites that, you know, it was still one of them really bigger websites that had this big discussion on, had this really big discussion on the differences between Factorio at that time, Factorio and Satisfactory, because Dyson Sphere didn't exist at that time, right? And that being said, of course, the big thing, of course, was, you know, how power and resource is the big difference. No, I don't want to drop them off here. I'm going to drop the rest of this off over at the other planet. We'll drop these 4 suns off here. Mining machines, yeah, they can stay. Okay, yep, I think we're good to go. All right, so, oh, put your warpers in your thing, Max. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere very fast. Awesome. Okay, so we are now on the way to Noco 1, and then we're on our way to the black hole. That way we get this all fit in today and all the things. There we go. So we'll pull over here for a second. And boom. Done. Look at that. I mean, gotta like it when all the rockets are launching. It's all really cool. Boom. There we go. How you doing for power? You look like you're doing awesome for power. That's exactly what we want to see. Excellent. Look at that. 462 and growing. So this will definitely be good to go here in another, I would say within another half hour. There'll be more than enough power coming off of that Dyson Sphere out there to handle this planet perfectly fine. And then we'll plug this all in and it'll be all good. Maybe on the way back, if we finish up with the black hole, we can stop here on the way back and we'll see how much power is coming off of that Dyson Sphere. Okay, but the other thing I want to do is drop off a bunch of stuff here because we got to fly back to Max, pick up some gas, and then we got to go. So we're going to drop them drones off, drop off spaceships. Yup. Well, I mean, I don't really need to carry any of this stuff, but I've got more than enough inventory now that I can actually do this test. All right, so we are now on our way to Max, and then we're on our way to the black hole. So the black hole, I think, is 29 light years away. So it is going to be a little bit of a jaunt. I think I might be able to pull it off in one warp, but we might need to. All right, so yeah, we'll get back here to Max. It's and in fact, when we land here at Max, at the start of the stream, you will have noticed there's a couple of systems that are way out there, like they're way out there that I've been to, and I'll point out a little bit more about them and why I was out to them here shortly. Oh, no, thank you very much. Oh, turn around. Dude, where are you going? Yeah, I need this planet over here. Thanks. Come this way. There we go. Awesome. Land. Awesome. Okay. Why are you shooting the why are you shooting at the star? Don't you want to get power from that, or do you get the power when you kill it? It doesn't implode. You're putting a Dyson Sphere around it. So a Dyson Sphere is basically a shell that you put around a star, and then basically you're building the biggest solar panel ever, right? So, right, like if I turn around, basically what I've done is I've built the biggest solar power collector ever, right? So around the star, you're going to build this big metal sphere around your star, and then you're going to insert all these solar panels on it, and then you're going to send that solar panel energy back to any planet you want. But because it's around the star, you can send it to all your planets, right? Because it's not like the energy just goes to one planet. You can be like the ray receivers can collect that energy from the star from any planet that you have. So in this case, you want to build, not destroy. Yeah, that's right. Yes, correct. Why are you shooting the planet anyway? Do you want to get more power? Oh, yes. So Yes. So the way it is that you get the more. So obviously, what we're shooting out of the ray, what we're shooting from the pew pew guns, and those are, and again, it's game mechanics, right? You got to kind of pretend a little bit here. What we're shooting is we're shooting solar sails, right? Basically, we're shooting solar panels into orbit around the star. And then what happens is around the Dyson sphere, we're sucking in them solar panels into these little ports, and that's what the rockets are for. They're for building the ports. And we have now got to get. I got to pick up my gas so we can go off to the black hole. Where am I? I am. Holy smokes! I am way not where I want to be. It's where I am. I got to go up this way. I got to go this way. No. No, I am actually shooting one of these two orbits. When it comes to building a Dyson sphere, you're actually building two things. The Dyson shell, right? So this is the shell that you're building around the star that's going to hold all your solar panels. And then around the shell, you build what is called swarms, or basically just orbits to shoot solar panels at, right? So that's what we're doing. We're shooting solar panels at these two orbits, and then what's happening is that the ports on your Dyson shell are basically these ports that are right here are basically sending out commands to your solar panels to say, hey, I'm going to suck you into these little ports and then put you into my sphere, and then that's what it does, right? So that's what's going on there. Gas. I still need gas. Gas. Because I can chit-chat while we're warping to the black hole, but we'll never get to the black hole if I don't pick up this gas. And I'm hoping I don't need too much of the gas. Hopefully. In fact, the amount of gas I have should be enough already, right? I mean, it's not like I don't need a lot of this gas. I'm just taking it just in case. Because what I'm about to attempt is still, there's not a lot of information online about it, so we're kind of shooting in the dark. How many warpers do you have? Oh, you better take more than that. You better take a lot more than that. I think now some people say they've been able to do this in under 10 warps, but that's probably not going to be my luck. So let's just grab 100 warpers, right? Maybe 200. You know what? I mean, it's not like I haven't got the inventory space. We'll just grab some warpers. Okay, there we go. So we want 3 things from the black hole today. It's going to give us hopefully 3 achievements. The first time you visit a black hole is an achievement. Okay. So that's the first thing. Second, there is a specific type of ore that you can only find around neutron stars and black holes. They're called unipolar magnets. And if I get those today, that will give me another achievement. And then there is the warp without warping achievement, which is that's the hard one. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off today, but we're going to give it a shot. But you need a black hole for it, because the black hole is the strongest, obviously it's the strongest force in the universe of things. It's 30 light years away. This is going to be something close. Okay, off we go. Okay, excuse me for a sec. I had to cough there. Do the tabbing of the things. Just make sure the sound's back on. Yep. Looks good. And then put that back up, and then click this, and straighten myself out. So yes, we are now warping all the way to the black hole. In fact, it's kind of funny because you can actually come out here and look at it. Oh my. Dry throat. Super dry throat all of a sudden. Whew. Coughing like crazy here all of a sudden. So while we're warping out here, Yes, there was a couple of stars behind me that I really didn't give much, didn't really point to. They're going to come up in a video. No, I muted the mic while I was coughing like crazy, because I figured you didn't need to really hear me cough a lot. Are we getting closer? Yeah, we're only 10 light years away. Yeah, so there's a couple of stars behind me, and those two star systems have tidal-locked planets. Now, a tidal-locked planet is a planet that has one side of it always facing the sun. And they're the best planets for, well, for example, if you were going to use the planet for, like, ray receivers, you would just put all your ray receivers on one side of the planet, and then they would collect energy forever. But in this case, I'm going to use them for white science. They'll be coming up in some videos here in a bit. Okay, so we want to stop on this planet. Okay, yep, one black hole coming into view. Do the thing. Stop. Thank you. Thanks, left hand. I knew I could count on you. Turn around. Yeah, so we are here in the black hole system. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. You betcha. Turn this around. You still got to land on the planet, Max. And you're driving around here like as if like you own the place. Yes, one black hole. Yeah, awesome. Let's do that. In fact, the black hole's gravity is so strong that I am not catching up to the planet. I got to go faster. Go faster. There we go. Done. Okay. All right. We need. I guess maybe I'm not close enough to the black hole yet. I thought there was an achievement for visiting the black hole the first time. I should bring up achievements, actually. I'm pretty sure it's in here somewhere. It says go to the black hole, do that, do the things. So we're hopefully about to get Magpie. We're about to try that. We're about to try faster than light. Don't know how successful that will be. I was pretty sure one of these was, say, go to a black hole for the first time. Yeah, I've landed on Canada. Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. Unipolar magnets. Let's go to this. This is what we want. This is what we've come here for. Unipolar magnet. 16 million of it. Where is it? Where is this magnet? Am I standing right beside it? No. Yes, I am. I am standing right beside it. Look at that. It's right there. It's awesome. Well, I'll just run over here and collect 10 of this. So this is unipolar magnet. Look at it. I mean, it does look really cool. Now, this just, I mean, you can use this as a building material. It's just, I don't know, because there's only a couple places to get it, it's really, I just find it's not very efficient to use it. But anyway, we're going to mine 10 of it, and this should hopefully give me an achievement. So we're going to right-click close that. And that's, and there's Magpie. There's the achievement. So we have done all the rare ores in the universe. Awesome. All right, cool. Now for the other one. Again, I was sure there was an achievement for visiting a black hole. Did I not read that right? I mean, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I still had to come here to get the unipolar magnet anyway, so that's fine. And I now need to do this to do the other achievement. Okay, so the achievement we want is we've got to get to 3,000 speed. So you can only do 2,000 without warp. Okay, so I'm cranking this up right now, right? So you look in the center left. We are at 2,000 sail speed, right? We're going as fast as we can. Hey, Lonnie, what's up? You have to orbit the black hole. Yeah, well, that's what I'm working on, right? I'm getting ready to kind of sneak my way in here. You have to orbit it, but you also have to, like, we'll have to orbit. Like, you have to orbit, and you have to. For the speed stuff, this is all going to get a little tricky. So you'll notice that even though you can only go 2,000, my speed is still increasing, right? Now, oh, Lonnie, are you talking about like as in like to get the achievement, I have to like just to get the black hole achievement, I have to orbit it? Because I mean that's fine. I can do that, right? Here. In fact, I can go this way. But you also have to do the orbiting for the speed achievement, right? Are you gonna give me a hard time, black hole, or what? Oh yeah, the 3K thing is separate. Yes, it is. Come on, orbit this thing, would you? Gee whiz. Okay, are we? No, you're not that. I always have such a hard time getting orbits around. I can orbit a planet, no problem. Come on, give me the thing. Zoom out here a little bit. No, do that. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Yeah, you're gonna be really, really tricky. All right, that's fine. All right, I'll get really close to it then. Ugh, it is a little tricky to orbit, isn't it? Yep. Come on, there we go. Find and orbit a black hole. Gee whiz! I knew it was here somewhere. It was just being super fussy. Now, let's see. Now I got to get away from this thing, right? That's kind of the next trick. But it's a black hole, of course, so everything gets a little messy here. Just a second. I got to do this. Okay, look. I know. Take away the silly line. It's confusing me. Now, do that. Yeah, we gotta get out. We gotta get away from this thing. Okay, there we go. Yep, zip. Yep, don't look at it, because you're only gonna get caught up in it again. Don't look at it. All right, there we go. We're doing fine. Yep. And are we pulling away? Yes, we're pulling away. All right, cool. Yeah. So like I actually. Well, you can't actually get inside it. It only lets you get, as you've seen there, it only let me get within 170 meters of it, and then it kind of did a thing, right? But now for the orbiting of the things, now nothing happens when you touch it. It's not like it totally loses its mind and allows you to. It's not like it actually breaks you apart or anything like that, right? So it only allows you to go within 170 meters of it, and then that's it, right? Really? Did I warp out that far? I didn't think I warped out that far. I guess I did. Sure. All right. That's fine. I'll have to be fast. Again, this is a little tricky with my hand, with my left hand being the way it is. I know getting this last achievement was going to take me, was nothing I was going to be able to do really, was to rush right away on it. So, it's just the way it is. We'll come a little closer to it. That's good enough. And I know you have to warp away from it at something like, I think it's like before 1.5 AU. So this is a little tricky, I guess. Warp away, turn around, speed up, warp away, and turn around. It'll take a few times. Yeah, don't hit accelerate. Yeah. So I did read that part. Yeah, don't use the shift key at all, right? Because that resets the sail speed back to 2,000, right? So, but you can only get so close to it as well. I think the notes said between 1.5 and 2 AU. So you kind of have to, be careful with that, right? I think you can try and do, if you can do 50 a pass, I think it'll be all right. right? So now I'm at 2051, but I went way out here. Holy smokes. How did I get 11 AU from this thing so fast? See, that's the problem with my left hand. I'm not going to be able to slow down fast enough, right? And that's going to be the problem. I'm going to give this a couple of tries, but if I have to, then you know, I'll do this one offline if that's the case, right? All right, so this should now allow me to hopefully get a little more traction out of this. So if I can get 50, each time, then, you know, if I can get 50 out of it each time before warping, then I'm good with that, because then that just means I got to do 20 passes, right? You know, now they were saying online, oh yeah, well, you know, you can get up to 200 on a pass, but at the same time, I think with my left hand, I'll be lucky if I get this right. I'll be lucky if I get this right with, you know, getting this done with just 50 at a time, right? So if I go to warp now, and already, like as fast as I do that, like it's funny how, like, I'm still 7 away, right? So I gotta warp closer. Right, so let's say there. Yeah, so looks like there's gonna be fine. Don't touch the space. Don't touch the shift key. Yeah, or yeah. So yeah, so it's the same principle. It's the same science principle as to why the space station doesn't fall back to Earth, right? It's orbital mechanics. It's the speed of the item orbiting around the larger item is moving at the same rate as its gravity pull, right? So it's like, well, it's the same. Again, it's around the same reason, like why, you know, satellites and stuff don't fall back to Earth, right? We keep them spinning. They're moving at a speed that's relevant to what it is we're trying to do with them. So gravity plus speed and gravity. Oh, I almost hit the shift key. I almost messed it up. I got to focus on this when I'm doing this. And again, I'm out here like 12 AU. That's crazy. Good thing I brought a lot of them extra warpers. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm 4 light years out here. Yeah, just do that, dude. Yes, I want you to come close, but I don't want you that close. I want you, yeah, right there. I thought it was because of gravity, not because of speed. So if an object is going around the planet, but it's not going fast enough, gravity will pull it back down into the planet, right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get enough speed to go around a thing without, but at the same time, you don't too much speed and you'll actually fly away from the planet, right? So, you know, if a rocket's going too fast, or a satellite's going too fast, it would actually fling away from the planet. But if it's going too slow, well, then it will fall back into the atmosphere. So you want just enough speed to keep going around the planet and fighting gravity and forcing it outward. I guess this is the best way I could do that. Oh, come on. How much more distance is there? 45 light years is not the answer. That is the answer I want. So we're going to do that. Okay. This way seems to be working all right. 7, 6, 5. A little closer would be nice. Yeah, that's good enough. That's close enough. Yeah, so basically 2265. Come on. It'd be nice to get to like 2350, wouldn't it? Yeah, 67, 68. Come on, you can climb faster than that. I guess if I stare right at it and then kind of turn away from it as I get closer, I think is probably the better maneuver here. I'm assuming so anyway. You know, because this achievement, there's nothing easy for this achievement, especially with my hand, right? I guess like I was reading that, you know, some people actually disable the shift key when they do this, just because it makes it easier, so they don't accidentally hit it. But at the same time, yeah, oh yeah, it's constantly moving all the time. And we'll go. Okay, how far did we get this time? Oh, I didn't warp too far away at all this time. I gotta warp farther away than that. So I gotta look at this and turn away at 1.4 and warp away, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, it was like 1 second longer. Like, and really, I got 14 AU from that? Give me a break. Whatever. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7. Ugh, still not really close. I was so tempted to hit the shift key, though. Exactly. That's exactly what would happen, right? So, yeah. I mean, the Earth orbits the sun, right? And we are running at a certain speed, right? What is it? Well, the orbit of the Earth. Well, the rotation of the Earth is 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know what the speed is though of our orbit, right? I used to know that at one time, but yeah, if the Earth's orbit slowed down, it would eventually just fall into the sun, right? It would get too much drag on it and just fall into the sun. We are gaining a little bit of speed, even though I am kind of far out here. So I'm going to keep doing this. Yeah, we want the stuff and the things. Yeah, go to 2,400 and change. Higher, go higher. Go a lot higher. Come on, man. It's a good thing I brought all these extra warpers. Hey. Oh yeah, science class. Well, I don't know. Science class used to have science. I don't know what they do nowadays, right? We used to have cool science classes. 15 degrees rotation per hour. Yeah, but that's not how fast Earth is moving through moving in its orbit, right? Come on, 24. That's right, 24 and change. You can do it. You can do it. All right, we got to warp out of here though. Okay, not that far. Okay, really? You only went 0.8? Oh, all right, we're 232. Can you get to 2450? Can you do 2450? No, you're not going to do 2450. That's not even close. Yeah, they don't do normal science anymore. It's weird. Oh yeah, 2450. Do 2450. There we go. No. I'm out of warpers. No. Here, you can have lots of warpers. There you go. Okay, look at the sun. Turn around, look at it again. Get ready to warp. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I'm really going to have to watch out for that. Yeah, so 2470, but I'm way out here too far for this one. Yeah, we'll take it from 6. If I stare right at it. We're almost to 2,500. Moving in orbit roughly 15 kilometers per second. Oh, okay. There you go. Cool. All right. So 60. So that'd be 600, 750? No, 600. No, it'd be 900 kilometers a second. 900 kilometers a minute, I guess, is what that would be, right? 15 kilometers a second, 15 times 60. Yeah, that'd be 900 kilometers a second. Or 900 kilometers a minute. Yeah, that sounds about right, give or take. You know, it's not like I'm actually in school anymore and I got to worry about the number, but you know, yeah, science class. They used to actually have cool science to talk about. They didn't try to make everybody into physics geeks, you know, or chemistry geeks. You know, sometimes you just taught normal science because normal science is fine for a lot of people, you know. In fact, I think that's part of the problem. They aren't teaching any normal science, and this is making people really stupid nowadays. Yes, give me 2,500. Give me that 2,500. Yes, give me 2,520. Come on, do it. You're not gonna give it to me. I got to warp. I got to warp. Okay, 2526. What's up? Where are we at? Oh, I didn't warp very far that time. Okay, that's cool. We'll warp here again in a second. Yeah, 2531. Okay. 2550. Yep. We'll take that. Okay, turn around. And before I fix this, I'm going to put more warpers into him so as he's not out. Oh, I actually have several friends in Germany. And my mother being European, my great uncle lives in Germany, which is actually pretty cool. Yepper. So my grandfather, of course, was in the Second World War. Met my grandmother in Britain, and of course, her uncle. One of her uncles was in Germany. Another one was in Belgium, and of course, she had a couple uncles in Britain, of course. But yes, one of my great I should say one of my great uncles did live in Germany. He has passed away, but you know, time and things moves on, right? So, but yeah, Germany, and like I said, I do have a couple of friends that I have gamed with over there, for sure. You're all natural Native American. Well, there you go. I'm Canadian. I'm Canuck. You know, gee whiz, my bloodline's is a mess. It's really a mess. Where would I even start to explain it? Yep. I couldn't tell you how to explain it. You know, I'm part European, part I'm just a lot of parts of things. It is what it is. I'm just a lot of parts. I'm a lot of parts of things. Okay. Can we get a little closer than that? All right, we'll do it here. We'll start from 6. Maybe our other country is fake and only Germany exists. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you right now. I've been to multiple European countries, and as far as I understand, they all exist. So as far as I know, it's where I am on that. Yeah. But yes, I have doing. What are you doing to that black hole anyways? I'm just going back and forth past it. So I'm letting the gravity of the black hole pull me in. And as I do, if you look in the center left, my speed is now 2640. I've got to get that to 3000 well, you can't do it non-warp wise, right? So you got to kind of use the black hole's gravity to kind of do this. You can do this with any star, but the black hole just makes this a little faster, is what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 3,000 meters a second for an achievement. It's a weird achievement, but not an easy one to get. How close are we? Oh, yeah, I got to warp here. I got to warp. How far did I go? Oh, that's far enough. Gee, now see, why couldn't I do that with every warp, right? That would be great. I'm almost at 2,700. Oh, gee. That's it. Keep going up, number. Keep going up. Yes, we're going to get to 3,000. It doesn't have to be a constant speed, but using no warpers, you can only get to 2,000, and then you have to keep using gravity I'm using the black hole's gravity to keep speeding me up past 2,000. The problem is, as I get really close to the black hole, it's going to capture me in its gravity well. So I have to warp away just before it does that. The nice part is that when you come out of warp, if you do it just right, you don't lose the speed that you've gained up to this point, and then it will get higher. Yes, come on, get 2,700. 2,700. Yes, there we go. 300 to go. 300 to go. Yep. Now, really? 8? Was that a thing? We're at 2724 though. That's true, but I did read that if you get any closer than 1.5 AU, there's a high risk that you can get captured by the gravity and you lose all your progress. And I actually tested that last night. Now, I didn't test it here at the black hole, but I did test it on with the star at Maximus, and that's true. If you get too close to the star and it's around 1.5 AU, you actually lose all your progress. So I actually did some testing of this last night before actually coming out here to the black hole to do it. Yeah, so on Reddit, they said about 2 AU, but I got it down to about 1.5 AU before it started to affect it really bad, right? So you could push it to about 1.5, but you got to be really careful. Like anything below 1.5 is you're taking a big chance. You're taking a really big chance. And of course, if it captures you, you lose all the progress, right? And in fact, you usually slow down to like just 200, like 200 or 250, right? So we don't want that to happen. I mean, we're less than we're basically 250 away from the goal now, right? So I definitely don't want to lose it now. So I am trying to be more careful here in these last few minutes, just not to mess this up, right? Yes, come on, do it. 2750. 2750. Do the things. So see how it's getting really close? Like, I'll warp away here in a sec. And go. Right on. I do wish my hand was a little better so I wouldn't warp out here so far. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? As long as I just don't mess it up. That's all I'm worried about. I just don't want to mess this up. Right? You know. Oh, I almost hit the shift key again to go faster. That would have been bad. All right, we'll start here from 4.8. That's fine. We'll start from here. Yeah, that dude, that would really bite. Oh man, let me tell you. I mean, you know, we're going for all you know, all the things here, and you don't want to ruin it. Like, you don't want to get to 29.95 and then accidentally hit the wrong button, right? Because that would really stink, big time. Gee whiz. Come on, get to 2,800. 2,800. Do it. 2,800. You want it. Get to 28. 2,800. Right. If I hit the shift key, it would reset back to 2,000. So I can't hit that key. Right? Yes, 2,800. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, I'm really close. I gotta go. 28.19. Do. Yeah, you bet. Let's see if we can't get a little closer. right, I'll start from 6. I'm a little nervous now, right? I'm all nervous now. Because, I mean, really, if I do this right, 5 more passes and I should have this achievement. Yeah, I should do that right now and then watch me cry as I break it. Yeah, that'd be bad. Yep, for sure. That's and you gotta and keep in mind, right? Because my left hand doesn't work very well. You know, like there's a very high probability chance that my hand could twitch the wrong way and then it would hit the shift key by accident. Which is why I'm actually keeping my hand away from the keyboard when I'm not actually doing anything at the moment. So like I won't put my hand near my left hand near the keyboard again until I absolutely need to, right? Because I really, really don't want to accidentally hit the shift key, right? And so, and I was gonna unbind it, but again, I figured for unbinding it and then binding it back, I just figured, as long as I'm careful, it will be fine. It will be fine. Really? I only got 179 AU from that? Really? Not as far as I thought. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll be really careful here. I guess we'll have to warp by it again. That's fine. I was going to say, you're going to give me any numbers? Come on, at least give me a few numbers. Get me close. Don't be cheap. All right, well, let's warp away before we get too close. All right, that's way too far. I knew that as soon as I tried to hit the button. 2901. Yes. We are getting closer. You betcha. 9876. Yeah, let's try it from there. So if we get lucky, 2 passes, possibly 3 passes. We should be good. We'll be good to go. Yeah. Oh. In fact, it's kind of funny. My hand's actually aching a little bit. I'm a little nervous now. Boy, I better not screw this up. That's for sure. Oh my. Okay, turn it this way a little bit. Come on, listen, we'll point right at the thing. Go faster. We're only 2.6 out here. You should be pulling me in faster than this. Let's go. Warpers aren't cheap. I mean, they're cheap for me now, but they're not especially when you first get warpers, they're not cheap. And why does that say point AU? Why does that say point AU? Okay, might be good enough. Why is that saying it's so close? Why does that say it's so close? Like, am I really that close? You know what? I'm too nervous about it. I'm gonna warp away for a bit here. There. Okay, that's fine. Now I know. Okay, I know I'm like, just go this way, dude. All right. 0.29 light years. Okay, I'm fine with that. All right, so let's now warp closer. Now I'm really nervous, right? We're literally 40 points away from getting this thing. So I'm really, really being careful here. Right? Okay, come on now. Come on now. That's it, just a little bit more. 9, 8, 7, 6. All right, we'll take it from here and see what happens. Well, to make warpers, efficient warpers actually is green cubes. Now, you don't need green cubes to make warpers. You need graviton lenses. But there's two ways to make warpers. You can use graviton lenses, or take those lenses plus a few other things and make green cubes, then take the green cubes and make warpers, because you get 8 warpers out of a green cube, but you only get 1 warper out of a graviton lens. So it's actually more efficient to make extra green cubes than take a few of those extra green cubes and turn them into warpers. That's the whole thing about that, right? Best way to do it. So green cubes, green science cubes give you a ratio of 8 to 1, whereas of course the graviton lenses are a 1 to 1. Okay, we're gonna warp away here in a second, and then if I have to, oh, am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotcha. You betcha. Darn tootin'. Faster than light. Who wants to go zoom zoom? You bet. And I believe that if I do this and I do this, that is 69 achievements. Yay, a little bit of a 69 party. Why not? So with that, of course, let me zoom out here for a second, Lonnie. I actually have your name on the list, so I can do this right now. In fact, let's do this with let's do this with this one out here. So this system out here is one of only 2 systems I have that has a tidal locked planet. And this is why, and hey, look, we have a Dyson Sphere out here. I know. So in this case, I mean, it starts with an L already, right? So we'll just call this one the Lonnie system, right? Caps lock, LONNIE. There we go. The Lonnie system done. All looking good. I know. Hey, you got to celebrate the right way, right? So the NOCO system is now becoming our supply system, which of course is what we've done today. And one of my 2 tidal locked stars is now the Lonnie system. So it's all good. And with that, I guess I can fly back home, right? Because I've done all the things out here, except drop a Dyson Sphere, right? Which I have no supplies for, so I can't drop a Dyson Sphere out here today. But we will be back. We'll be back to the black hole to drop a Dyson Sphere on it. And so with that, let's point my way back to Maximus. Yeah, I can die happy now. Dude, I've been immortalized 2 or 3 times. It's nothing that exciting. But with that, I want to thank everybody, of course, for hanging out here on the Dyson Sphere Program Destiny Live, where, of course, we are going for all the achievements and 64 Dyson Spheres in all these systems here in 2022. I don't know how I'll pull it off, but you know what? We're pulling it off pretty good. We've got 69 achievements. I mean, it's an awesome day, right? You know, we got a 69 achievement day. You know, we got the black hole done. I think that, and that's one of the hardest ones to do right there. So I think we got that out of the way. You know, I think we're in good shape. Now we're just gonna keep plopping down Dyson Spheres, and I'm got to work on purple and green mega science, because of course we need the purple mega science and the green mega science. We did the red mega science live stream last week, and of course I had a video on the blue science mega science, and I have a video coming out this week on the yellow mega science, of course, and all that. This week coming up on the schedule again, 5 games this week coming up on the schedule. It's gonna be crazy. To celebrate the springtime, the spring equinox, 5 different games this week and 5 live streams. I know. So tomorrow, of course, will be Evil Genius. On Tuesday, if I can pull it off, will be a live stream of Icarus and the new mission that came out on Friday. And then Thursday will be Evil Genius. And of course, Sunday, whoa, went right by. Thanks, left hand. I knew you'd take care of me. And I think on Saturday, Friday, maybe. I know there's one more day in there, and it's going to be Mr. Prepper. Mr. Prepper will be back for a live stream to celebrate its 1-year anniversary. Because Mr. Prepper has a small place in my heart, of course, and the Prep Man, he's awesome. That puts me back here on the planet Max. You betcha, because that's what we do here. Somewheres along the way, that's what we do. I'm Max. Of course, this is Dyson Sphere Program. Destiny Live, where we are going for all them crazy achievements, which we now have 69 of them. That means there's 31 to go. Oh, gee, probably pull all my hair out getting there. But I appreciate everybody hanging out. Lonnie, Noko, it's great to see you. Thanks for everybody else for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.